For one, I want to talk about the basketball player. No, I'm sorry, it's football player. I believe his name is Ray Rice. And TMZ unleashed a video of him in a domestic dispute with his significant other in an elevator. I don't know how many of you all saw that video that was put out by TMZ, and there's been a lot of controversy around it. And what I see from that is that TMZ are vicious. You know, their object is to really destroy the image of these black men. Like they don't really care. Like, he was cut from the NFL and banned for the NFL for an undetermined period over a video that was released of him in a domestic dispute type situation in the elevator. So now they took one moment in his life, one situation where they may have argued, things got heated, lost control, and that one situation was propagated and distributed in a way to destroy this man's career and to destroy it was character assassination. You know, many of us, we've had problems in our relationships before. We've done some things that we regret. We know better, many of us now, not to get involved in these black self-hate type disputes, to be fighting with each other, fighting with your mate. We know better than that, but we've all had these situations. And this is what Ray Rice was going through in the elevator situation. Things just got a little heated. But this one moment of his experience that could have been worked out, you know, maybe they came to some conclusions, maybe he apologized, maybe he was growing and developing from that situation. But the devil over there at TMZ did not care. It's about ratings and views and destruction of the character of the black man. We ask, is the white man the devil? We keep asking ourselves this. But they intentionally leaked and put this video out in order to specifically destroy this man no matter what. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. We cannot allow these groups, these organizations to continue to assassinate the character of the black man. We're going to have to fight back, and we're going to have to put an end to that, because it could be you tomorrow. It could be anybody if we continue to allow this to go on. But this is showing you how demonic this devil is. They didn't care about his career, his family, nothing. They took one situation and beefed it up, one video, and spreaded it with the intent to destroy. How many of you know that the enemy has the intent to destroy? That's what he's set on, destruction. If he can't do it like shooting down Mike Brown in the streets, if he can't do it with cold-blooded murder, then he has other tactics to try to destroy, assassinate the character, image, and the reality of black divinity, of our black people. He's been effectively and successfully doing that over the last 400 years. It's time for it to stop. So I thought I would bring that out and really address that. Let's not feed into that, and let us learn from that situation of what went down, that, you know, we have to stop fighting with one another. The enemy will use our fight against each other for his own purpose. We have to stop the battle with each other, and we have to direct our energy at our real enemy, which is white supremacy and all of its institutions and those in it that seek to set out and destroy us. We cannot be at home fighting among one another and overlook our real enemy. So let us learn and gather from that, because whatever happens to his career or his image, I'm sure all parties will be affected negatively by how that situation goes down. And some crackers are making money off of it. They've learned to make money off our success. And unfortunately, as the vampires and predators they are and scavengers, they've learned how to even make money off of our downfalls. We must keep that in mind and focus on our rise, put our energy towards our rise, and don't let petty stuff pull us down. And don't believe that there's any situations that are unresolvable. Give it time, give it space, and resolution will come forth to solve whatever situations that we are going through amongst one another, so that we can find peace and harmony and continue to move forward in nation building. We must stay focused on that. But that's the Ray Rice incident. What else is going on?
overlook, you know, a part of me that created me. Another thing I wanted to touch down with you on, I heard you say earlier you were speaking about this Ray, I think it's Ray Rice or something like that, this guy's case.
Yeah.
And while you were speaking about that, I pulled up the video while you were speaking about it, and I looked at it. And, you know, I just want to say that black supremacy, white supremacy, it don't matter. Man, this man slapped that queen, and he shouldn't have did that. I'm telling you, man, that was a disgrace to the black man, to the black kings that's in this world who respect their queens, and it was a disgrace the way this man put his hands on that young lady, man. And you know, it
but
don't
you
matter.
Going too far, man. You going too far with that, man. Have you ever slapped the shit out of somebody before? Out of a woman before?
You
quiet, bro.
In my life, I'm not going.
Okay.
Hold up. Let me say.
And guess what? Guess what? You did that, and you got past that, and now you have love and respect for the black woman. You grew and developed as a man, and you became more responsible. But no one took that one negative incident that you had, that one heated situation, and used that to destroy your entire career as a person.
Right.
That's
now,
all I'm saying.
I'm not saying I would take it that far either.
Right.
Let me just say
that's
this.
what you're doing. You acting, you know, we all have got into situations where, you know, an individual may have lost control or, you know, didn't have the amount of discipline that they should have had given that type of situation, didn't know how to handle it. But that should not be enough to try and execute somebody in the public, persecute or prosecute somebody in the public.
Right. And
that's what I'm speaking toward. And TMZ don't care about no black woman because they constantly clowning the black woman on TMZ. They clown Patti LaBelle. They constantly making racist remarks and clowning black people all day long. So they didn't do that because they cared about the black woman that got hit in the elevator. They did that because they wanted to make money off destroying that man's career by pushing that negative propaganda. And that's what I'm speaking towards. We have to stop letting these crackers and their institutions of gossip or whatever destroy the character, assassinate the character of black figures within our community. That's what I'm speaking towards.
Let me say this, brother.
The whole salon slapping Jay-Z thing, they had got past that. They had apologized to each other. It was a negative situation. They got heated. They both learned from that. They got past that situation. Here it is. The white man going to blow it up and burn it up, and now people ready to look to go fight and kill Ray Rice. He should never hit no black woman, forgetting that you just woke up yesterday. You follow?
I do follow that, and I respect everything you just said, brother. And let me just say that the point I was trying to make is that, yes, in my life, I did have something terrible happen to where I didn't even know, after 11 years, I found out that my child wasn't mine. I went into a state of shock. And I did put my hands on my children's mother. And you know what? I paid for that. I paid for that. And I did learn, and I came out of that. But, you know, so the point I was trying to make is, regardless to the color of the person who you know, who I had to go through to take my punishment, I had to take my punishment. Now, as far as ending this man's career, no, man. That's way too far. So
the man was banned from the NFL, you know, and he was cut from the team that he was a part of because this negative propaganda was distributed about him. You know, it was put out and promoted in a way, I mean, to really, just over exaggerate the negatives of that particular situation. You know. I think the black man and black woman, needs to stop fighting amongst each other, period. We are not each other's enemy. We're in a condition where we need to come together and focus on who the real enemy is. So I don't support that. You can't be about black nationalism and about black love and be about fighting, you know, and domestic abuse of each other. Those concepts don't work together. That's hypocrisy. But at the same time, we need to be able to see a character assassination when we see it. You know? We need to not, you know, when a white man put us out there, we forget who we are. And we on the side of the white man, thinking that we are better than even our own brother. You follow? And we all have challenges and situations that we have to go beyond. And I just want to shed light on that. Because everybody else is just, oh, he hit that woman, he slapped that woman. We only saw one part of what happened in that. We don't know what happened way before the elevator and what's been happening before the elevator. We don't know what the situation is. But we know how the white man has presented it to us for them to capitalize off the assassination of black character.
This is another reason why I like your show and I enjoy your show, because this is my first time even hearing about this. And, you know, when I got on Facebook and someone sent me to the show, I called in, and you really do touch down on some interesting topics, man. And I just want to say thank you for the show and allowing us to call in and, you know, kind of vibe with you, man. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I appreciate everything you're doing, man.
Black Supremacy, man. Thank you for calling in, man. Anytime. I'm going to try to keep it consistent. I hope you join my website, too, www.kingnobleBlackBluechip.com. Get a subscription. Show some love. Stay up on the Black Supremacy movement.
I sure will, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
910-1692. Make it plain.
What's the word, brother?
All's well.
Going by the name of Haru, bro. Just piggybacking off the camelback off that Ray Rice situation, man. I do feel like a lot of people is becoming sheep due to the media trying to re-bring up the situation. The brother had already received a punishment for his action. I think a lot of people forgetting that, but we're going to let the media reheat the situation up and let the white supremacist system allow them to create a situation where they can destroy this brother's whole career. You see what I mean? And I think that's totally, completely unfair. Because you look at the situation in Ferguson where a white man has shot down a black man. But he ain't lost his job yet. And not only has he not lost his job, white America has raised $300,000 for him.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we don't have a dynamic to where you're going to just play it to where race has nothing to do with the castration of Ray Rice. Now, I'm not saying none of his actions were right, but what they're doing is very oversaturated and very wrong. And I feel like if our people support that, then we're not looking at the system of white supremacy that plays us against each other and also trying to control the livelihood of a man. And it's like, how are we going to say this man deserves to be punished? The woman and his wife is still with him. If you care so much about the family of Ray Rice, how are you going to make that man lose his job? How is he going to support that woman? That woman is still with him.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? But we don't look at the bigger picture. We just look at what the media gives us and we run with that shit.
Yes, sir. How they blow it up in our face.
And it's ridiculous, man. So I just heard that last call and heard the Ray Rice issue bring up. So when I queued in, man, I ain't even hear your response. Well, you didn't even make a response yet. But, you know, you was pretty much right on point with it, man. People don't need to get caught into the illusions of the media, man.
That's fact. And we have to
man.
not be so emotionally sensitive that we're not willing to stand up for our own no matter what.
Of course. Just say, like in the situation with Mike Brown. Why has the officer lost his job? And why ain't we, as a people, so outraged that this cracker still a policeman?
Yes, sir.
We're outraged for that.
But when it comes to hatred of the black man, we outraged. We furious.
I'm talking about this man has killed a little boy, and he hasn't lost his job, but we so persistent on seeing Ray Rice come to punishment about it. And I believe that it's over, really, this so-called over-feminist view that's being pushed. Not saying that females shouldn't have equality, but, you know, if you go back to African history, we always valued the woman at least on an equal level. Not the only reason why feminism is necessary is due to the system of white supremacy.
Correct.
See what I mean? Because in our natural state, the woman was respected. So there was no need for no feminist movement back in a natural African situation.
Yes, sir.
So if we get back to a black supremacy situation or get back into the natural situation to live in, the feminist movement would not even need to be possible anyways. And I say this because I don't know if you know, about a couple weeks ago, before it had came back up, Stuart Scott had spoken out on it. Stuart Scott spoken out on Ray Rice and how women sometimes antagonize men to do certain situations. And I remember a lot of white feminists had came down on him real hard to the point where he even had to apologize live on ESPN. I think that was Stephen A. Smith. I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying? So this guy has been on ESPN and also said how black people antagonize white people into white supremacist situations. But never did he have to apologize and talk about how black people antagonize white people to these situations. But these white feminists made sure they got on that ass and say, look, you say that women put themselves in a situation where they get hit by men? Oh, hell no. Nah. Nigga, you're going to apologize for that. And that has nothing to do, like you said, with the protection of the black woman. It's like the castration of the black man.
That's a fact.
Because you didn't pull his card when he said the things about black people that was negative, so I pull his card on this.